Bismillah. This is Radd al-Muhtar, also known as Hashiya Ibn Abidin, sometimes known as Fatawa Shamiya or Shami. It is the book of, or one of many works by Imam Ibn Abidin, rahimahullah ta'ala. If you have clicked on this video, you are probably already aware of it. If you're not aware of it, then just very briefly, I can say that this is one of the most important later works of fiqh in the Hanafi madhab. It's correct to say that in our time, the most widely used work for fatwa. So it has a great deal of importance to it. I came across a reality where people have studied for many years looking at the Hashiya of Imam Ibn Abidin and misunderstanding and misrepresenting even very basic aspects of the Hashiya. They don't understand how to read it, to the point where they'll misread something, completely misunderstand it, and it's very basic for a reader of the Hashiya, and they will say to somebody else, "You're misrepresenting this, you're misunderstanding this," whereas any individual who has even a basic understanding of this book will know that no, you don't know what, for example, the letter Ha denotes in the Hashiya of Ibn Abidin. It's for that reason that today we're going to look at the Hashiya, look at how to read the Hashiya, just some of the very basic concepts that people are making mistakes with. We will start with how the book is presented. The book is actually divided into three different sections. You have the top of the book, if you like, above the line. In many of the recent publications, there's a line, and then you have what's above the line. Above the line, we have two works. We have what we call the matan, the basic text by Imam Ibn Abidin. In this particular copy, the matan is in brackets. And thereafter, you have the commentary on that matan. Again, matan being the basic text. You have the commentary. The commentary is by Imam al-Haskafi. Now, and then thereafter, underneath the line, you have the Hashiya of Imam Ibn Abidin, rahimahullah ta'ala. And once again, with more recent copies, you will have a shorter line underneath that where we have the footnotes by recent scholars or the publishing house. So that's important for any reader to understand. How is the book actually presented? What's going on? Who's writing what? Thereafter, the only things I intended to cover today is what is this oft repeated ta, the letter ta in the Hashiya. You'll see it throughout the book. This actually refers to Imam Tahtawi's commentary on Imam al-Haskafi's work. So Imam Ibn Abidin, when he wrote the Hashiya, he used many books, over 1,000 works he used, and he relied on some more than others. But amongst the books that he relied on most, was this particular commentary by Imam Tahtawi. Now, so whenever he refers to that, rather than writing the full name, he uses this abbreviation of Ta. Then you have Ha. Ha is similar in that, once again, it's a commentary on Imam al-Haskafi's work, and this time it is Imam al-Halabi's commentary on it. So because he refers to it fairly often, rather than writing Halabi all of the time, he's abbreviated it to a Ha. This is the Ha that looks like a Jim without a dot. And finally, you have the Ha. This is the rounded Ha. This is used to end a quote. So when Imam Ibn Abidin is quoting from somebody, which is what he does in much of the book, he will start the quote, he'll mention who it's from, he'll start it, and then it will end with the Ha. Failing to understand this, the Ha that I've just mentioned, that the Ha actually ends a particular quote, that's what I came across fairly recently. A person who is supposed to be quite learned and supposed to have some level of expertise in the Hanafi madhab was quoting from the Hashiya and didn't understand where Imam Ibn Abidin was quoting from another and where Imam Ibn Abidin was speaking himself or giving his own explanation of view or opinion. So I'll finish with some advice for students of the Hanafi madhab, those who are interested in studying the Hashiya. By studying the Hashiya, I don't mean just delving into it, looking to a masala here and there, but really, studying it cover to cover and quoting it regularly, constantly. It's best if you have studied at the basic level, at the level of matan, studied at least one matan, something like Quduri or Al-Mukhtar, and then you study a commentary or two, study something like Al-Ikhtiyar or Al-Hidayah, and thereafter you're in a much better position to start studying books like the Hashiya of Ibn Abidin rahimahullah ta'ala. And a final piece of advice, that if you are going to delve into a book, or certainly if you're going to start reading it and studying it in detail, do not skip the introduction. The introduction will not only tell you often what the author intended, why he's writing the book, but things like I've just brought out, they will speak about those kind of matters, inshallah ta'ala, and you'll be in a much better place to study the book if you've actually read the introduction. If you benefited from that video, please subscribe for more. And if you want to study further, join our online academy.